Okay, we are good to go. So I said in the chat also, if you have questions regarding VIPs, the resets, whether it is about like logistic stuff, like what qualifies, what doesn't, or if it's about the social media side of things, what to do, feel free to ask them. Yes, cause Cabo. Feel free to ask them, and at the end I'll come back and do like a little Q&A. But I'm going to start talking. I'm going to bounce it to Katie for something in a minute, back to me. We're going to go to Courtney. We kind of have everybody putting their input in. But what I want to focus on to start is understanding the importance of your first 14 days in this business and making sure that you do so that your new enrollments do. The entire foundation of this business of going any rank in this company is getting your VIPs. And if you can have a duplicatable system that you can teach your team and your new enrollments, that is how you're going to go through the ranks. If you know what to teach them, know what to tell them to do when they start, what to walk through with them, where to have their head when they first join, that's going to lead to success. That's going to build the foundation that you need for your entire business, for your entire income. So something that I want to talk about first is knowing your why. And I know that this may sound repetitive and you guys might have heard it a million times, but when you enroll somebody new, you need to make sure that they are so freaking crystal clear on why they are doing this. Why are they doing the business side of this? Why do they want to try the products? Where are they right now in their life, and where are they working to be? Because that is their story, and that's what's going to relate people to them. So yeah, they are going to go on their social media and they're going to share they started something new and it's awesome and the comp plan is great and the products are great, but why they are doing it is what is going to attract people to them and relate them to people, because other people are going to feel what they feel and want to make the same changes. So you don't have to be making $1 million. Somebody starting and saying, hey, this is why I'm starting, because I'm tired of feeling this way, or I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want my life to be like this anymore. Is going to relate with other people saying, hey, she's trying something new. This is what she's working towards. I want to work towards the same thing. So I need you to have them crystal clear on why they are doing this, so that when they go to their friends and family, when they go to social media, they know what they're talking about. Yes, we're going to share awesome things about the compensation plan and the bonuses and the getaways and the cars and all that kind of stuff, but why are they doing it? It's really, really important to get clear on that. And also, you have to know that these 14 days are a commitment. This is a time restraint. You are on a ticker for 14 days. But if you can give your all for 14 days, if you can hold your new enrollment's hand, whether you're the new enrollment or you're the leader, for 14 days and commit to it and put your head down and grind, like this is the one time where I'm going to ask you to tirelessly grind. I'm going to ask you to get uncomfortable. I'm going to ask you to do things you don't want to do, but is it worth it? Yes. Because like I said in the beginning, it's the foundation for your entire business. And if you can commit to giving everything you have for those 14 days, whether you're the new enrollment or you're a leader giving it to your new enrollment, that is where the key to success is in this business. So you need them to be loud and proud. You need to come out swinging, knowing your why you're doing this, what you're fighting for, and not stopping. So one of the first things that we do when we bring somebody in, and this is the only time I will ever ask you to do this or ask a new enrollment to do this, is I'm going to make you get super uncomfortable, and I need you to talk to people in your life. I need you to tell people what you have going on. I need you to ask for support. Does that give me diarrhea to think about? Yes, I hate talking to people. I hate it. I'm such an introvert. I can't stand it. But did I have to do it? Yes. Would I take it back and not do it? Never. Because it is what laid the foundation for my business. So I'm going to have Katie talk super quick because I love her story with how she's always been very honest. That she was like, I wasn't afraid to ask for help. I wasn't afraid to step up and say, hey, look, I'm doing something new. This is what I need from you. I know that you're here to support me. So I'm going to let her hit on that, and then I'll rope it back in 1 minute.
Yes. So understand that, we're not asking you guys to message a million people or to cold message. I know when I got started, I wasn't afraid to ask for support. If one of my girlfriends started a jewelry business or a makeup business or a skincare business, and she came to me and said, Katie, I just started a new business. I need your support. I would be there for her in a heartbeat. So 3-day mini experiences, you guys. I sold 6 samples this morning, okay? At my house, I made $150. Samples are the most duplicatable part of our business because people try those for 3 days, and day 4, that's $150 in volume. So the simplicity of the 3 steps. When I got started, sorry, my heart's beating a little fast right now. I don't know why. I haven't been on a training in a while. Um, so the simplicity of the 3 steps, when I first got started, I didn't want to get on social media and be like, buy my products, Lavelle, Thrive, who wants to join me? I wanted to be genuine, and I wanted to be confident in how I was going to share that with people. So, I was so confident in what it was doing for me that I developed a natural ability to ask for support. I called my mom and said, Mom, I need you to order the DFTs. I need 50 in volume. I called my sister. I said, Tiffany, I'm, 200 shy from hitting an $800 bonus. I need you to order this. I messaged some of my closest friends that I used to work with at Hooters, friends that I went to IUPUI with. I probably messaged 15 to 20 people, not random people that I was close with. And I just said, hey, I started a new business and I'm 2 customers away from a huge goal. Would you just take a look at my website and let me know if you'd be interested in ordering anything? There's no mandatory auto shipment. Some people ordered that day, but it was a bunch of 50 in volume here, 150 here. Not everyone could spend the $200. So, I gathered that over a 4-day period and hit VIP 1,600. So, another thing I want to talk about is, and still to this day, a year in, is continuously posting, my customer reviews. If you scroll my page, you're not going to see, it's funny because the other day I posted a product picture of my 3 steps and I didn't get that much interaction. Today I posted a picture on my front porch heading to the post office with all my sample bags, and I had 4 people message me from that. They were like, what are you selling? What is that? So I noticed that pictures of my face and my family and, what I'm doing, that's so much more value to my social media than a picture with my products in front of a flower vase that I spent 10 minutes on Pictapgo editing. So another thing is, I never, when I first got started, I never used the words like I need. I think it's so tacky, you guys, when people from, direct sales, they add you and their page is just, I need, I'm looking, who wants, you have to cater to that person's needs. So I never posted and acted like I needed people. And still to this day, I don't. And I think that's why I'm so good with samples and enrollments, is because, we're in relationship marketing. We're not in let's, post on Facebook and hope everyone gets in our inbox. Just like Dustin always teaches us, when you go to post on your Facebook, that should be, who can I add value to today? Who's going to, create an emotional connection with this? So, remember that relationships are more important than your product and business. And, before I bounce it back to M, understand that not everyone's going to understand what you're doing. Not everyone's going to understand your new adventure. So if your mom or your uncle or your best friend doesn't get it, or they tell you no, don't let that discourage you. I think that's all I have. Sorry, I was really scattered because I found out 10 minutes ago I was doing this, but
sorry. Okay, no, I've got it from here. So the reason why I like Katie to tell that story is because she is one of those people, like I said, that she's not afraid to say, yes, I went to my friends and family and I asked for their support, because she would do it for them too. And for those of you who are not on my team loves that this is my word for it, but I call it your oh shit list. And when you join, I need you to make an oh shit list. It needs to be the list of people where when you were in Jump Rope for Heart, or you were a Girl Scout, or if you got a flat tire, or if you, I don't know, needed a ride somewhere, if you were sick and needed medicine, who would you call? And also, who would you do it for? Who would call you to say, hey, Em, I need a favor. Okay, awesome. What is it? Who would you be there for? And for me, that's super uncomfortable. I don't like asking people for stuff. I'm an empath. I'm petrified of rejection. But like I said, it's worth it. And I had a question in the chat asking, because I was saying it's the foundation of your business, where if you miss it, is it impossible to be successful? No, because the work that you put in during those VIPs, whether you hit them or not, that's still laying a brick foundation for your business, because you're getting the word out there. You're talking to people, you're going on social media. That's still laying the foundation, whether you hit them or not. And that doesn't determine your success, but you better bet your ass that when those 14 days are over, I want you to look up and say, I gave it everything I had. So that means getting uncomfortable. That means stepping outside of your comfort zone and not being afraid to ask. and I'm not an asker. I don't cold message anybody. I'm not ever in anybody's inbox. But when you start this, you need to tell the people around you what you're doing. And that's when you make that oh shit list and you talk to those people and you are yourself. Don't ask your upline for a script or anything. If it's your mom and you call her and you're like, hey, so I just joined this new company, and you're spitting off the script, she's going to be like, who the hell like abducted my daughter and who are you talking to? Like, they want to hear from you and hear why you're doing this. Like, mom, this is what I'm struggling with. That this is what's been going on. This is what I need to do for me. I would love your support. Can I have your support? Call your best friend. You've been asking why I was so energetic or why I was happy. Like, you need to try this. I know that you need more energy. I know that you're exhausted from your newborn baby, whatever it may be. You need to have a no shit list, and you need to talk to those people. If you were their enroller, you need to walk them through doing that and be there for them when they're oh shit people come back with questions, whether it's about the products, about the business, whatever it may be. So that's stepping outside of your comfort zone. Like I said, you need to come out loud and proud. And also with that, like, if I had gone on social media and announced that I was starting this new business and doing this and that, and I hadn't called my mom first and told her, like, you better bet your butt she would have been so mad at me, and she would have been like, I'm sorry. What are, like, people in your life want to know what you're doing. And when you contact them first, that's building that trust and that relationship where they know that they are your people and that you're going to them and sharing it with them. So doing that when you join is super, super important. And then bringing it to social media, like I said, loud and proud, coming out with it. Something that Courtney said to me today, I went to a couple different leaders and just asked, like, what is your number one thing? And she made a really good point that in your 14 days when you first join, it's not about attraction marketing 100%. It's not about building your brand. It's not about creating this massive empire. It's about using what you have and grinding, using the network you have, using the people that you have, using the influence you have, whether it's small or huge, whatever it is. You have to utilize what you have and get this foundation. And then I'm going to help you build your brand. And then I'm going to help it become residual. And then I'm going to help you do attraction marketing. But you have to grind in this time to hit them. So bringing it to social media, you need to be excited. I don't want you to go and just, like, post the 3-step or a graphic or any of that crap. I want it to be you. I want it to be selfie, rude, go away, Molly. Like, why are you doing this? I found this new opportunity. I'm so excited to bring it to you guys. Spark curiosity. Have people asking why. Like, what is she doing? What is she talking about? Why is she posting about that? I tell my girls all the time, I want you to spark so much curiosity that people are like, did she elope? Like, is she pregnant? Like, what is she doing? Like, I want people to be like, what the hell is M doing? Like, what is she doing? So go on, share you started something new, share why you're doing something new, and be on social media. You need to be posting. Okay, putting up one post and then moseying around for 11, 12, 13 days is not going to get you your VIPs. You need to be active on social media. You need to ask your upline, hey, I want to post about how I felt on the product. How should I say it? How do I do a call to action post with that? I want to talk about these bonuses and why I'm working towards them, but how should I word it? Lean on your upline for support. And if they don't know how to answer that question, they better go to their upline and keep going until they can help you to be yourself and be authentic, but share your experience and why you're doing this. So you want to come to your friends and family about it. You want to go to your social media about it, and you need to be loud and proud. You need to be talking about it. It needs to be on your story. I remember for me when Katie joined, and I think that's why she was able to sign so many customers, you could tell like how freaking head over heels in love with the product she was. Like, she wasn't copying and pasting things, and she wasn't like, oh, you need to buy this and you do this and that. She was just so ecstatic because she felt so good on the products that she couldn't help but talk about it all the time. And it was so authentic, and everybody's like, okay, like, I need to know like what she's, no, I'm not eloping.
Can I tackle 2 questions on here real quick before I hop off? Someone said, I want to see success, but without hitting my VIPs. I have had 2 40Ks and 180K that missed their VIP. So it doesn't mean you're not going to be successful. That what I mean by that duplication is that $800 bonus in your first 2 weeks, the 2 customers getting your free product credit, that is what builds our business. VIPs turn into 4Ks, then it goes to 12K. So just because you missed those in your very first round doesn't make or break your success. And someone else asked, do we need to stop being who we are prior to this career? No, you're going to build to the top of this business like Em and like Courtney because they're themselves. You know, when I think of Em, I think of wine. I think of Dog Mom. You know, if you go to her page, you're not going to see Lavelle. You're going to see so many things about her. And that's why people join her and they trust her because, you know, she's so many other things other than Lavelle. You know, Courtney, I think of Texas. I think of fashion. You know, you have to be true to who you are to build this business and be successful. So I wanted to answer those two things. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was perfect. And that I like that you touched on like the being different from before. Something that I work really heavily with my new enrollments and I want to kind of train in their brain is you have to understand that a lot of people prior to joining this, unless they run a different company, they're not used to posting on social media every day and they have no idea what to do or say. So along with helping them share the products and opportunity, help them share who they are. I train my team on learning what their 5 things are. I want to know 5 things about you that make you who you are. Just like what Katie was saying, what makes me me? What does she think of when she thinks of my name? You have to know your 5 things, what your interests are, what you love, what you stand for, what you're passionate about. And alongside, you know, them introducing this product and business, get them posting about those things so that they're relatable to their audience and they are still themselves. So they're showing that and making those connections, but they're still grinding and people still know what they're working for and they know that they're excited and it's creating that sense of urgency. And something else that I want to talk about quick with posting, when you're bringing it to your social media, when I said like, you know, you want to share what you have your hands on, don't be afraid to share that you're working for an $800 bonus, but why are you working towards it? You know, you have to attach feelings to the features that you're sharing. You know, for me, when I was talking about the car bonus when I first started, I was sharing that because my first week I joined, my truck was about to get repoed because I couldn't make my payment. So that was so special to my heart that that's something that they offered, that they would take care of me every single month and make my car payment, because that used to be literally the most stress on my plate every single month was how was I going to pay that? And I talked about that. I talked about how I was afraid that I was going to lose my truck, but this is what it does. You know, if you want to talk about the lifestyle getaways that we do 3 times a year, why is that important to you? Why do you want to travel more? You know, when was the last time you traveled? I remember when I did the retreat, I had a couple girls that came to my retreat in Florida that had never seen the ocean. And they talked about that. And there were so many people that were in the same boat as them. And they were like, oh my God, like that's so awesome. You get to do that. Share your feelings and what you've gone through alongside the features. Talk about the bonuses. Talk about the product credit. Talk about that we have no mandatory auto ships, that we have no website fees. Get out there and talk about the features we have, but attach them to feelings and lean on your upline. You know, if you wake up one morning and you say, I feel great on these products, and what do I post about today? How do I share this? Awesome. I'm going to help you. You need to lean on your upline. I'm trying to think what else I'm missing here. That's the gist of it though, is that you need to commit to those 14 days. You need to understand the importance of that, whether you are new or you're working with somebody that's new, that needs to be, I call it the hand-holding period. You need to hold their hand and you need to run with them and get the importance of getting the word out there, talking to their friends and family, being loud and proud, showing up on social media, and that's going to build their foundation for their business. But alongside of all this, what I wanted to talk about, because I know that a lot of us are not new. Yes, Jen, hold please. Jen wants to touch on something. That's why I check my phone. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. I know I haven't been on one of these in a long time either, and Katie said that. One thing that I want to stress is that just because Sally Mae over here hits their VIP 800 or 1600 in a matter of like 48 hours does not mean that you should get discouraged and immediately give up, and just because you have 12 days left. Like, a lot of you are coming to me, like personally on my team, and you're like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm not going to hit these. And I'm like, sister, we have until next Saturday to hit this. Why are we being negative already? Like, do not stop fighting or grinding, like Em said, until the very last minute of the VIP period, whether you're just beginning or like we're in our, whatever we're calling this, our reset thing. But that's just something I had to touch on real quick, because so many people are already getting discouraged in that one major post that you did earlier, Em. And it's like, why? Like, we just started this. We still have an entire week and a day technically to hardcore grind and fight for these bonuses, because they are life changing. And again, it doesn't matter if you've hit them before, if you didn't hit them before. This is your time to shine and time to grind. So do not give up. Do not make excuses. If you need to stay up late, stay up late. If you need to get up early, get up early. I'm 7 months pregnant and I still get up an hour and a half early before my husband and my daughter. I make it work. Make it work. Simple as that. But that's all I needed to say, because people are getting negative already and I can't handle it.
No, I love that. And that is something me and Courtney also touched on earlier, is that if you, and whether you're brand new or you're in your resets, if you are already telling yourself that you're not going to hit it, or that it's impossible, or you're going to miss it, or it's just not going to happen, awesome, it's not going to happen. It's mindset. And that's why I started with saying that whether you're in your resets or you're new, you need to be so clear on your why and why you're doing this, that is not even allowed to cross your head. When I joined, I did not have a choice. I had to earn those bonuses or I was literally screwed. Like, I needed that money so bad, I couldn't even think, hear, eat, nothing. It was grinding 24/7. And if you give it your all and you understand the power of these bonuses and what it sets you up for, yes, the bonus is awesome. It saved my butt. It's exactly what I needed. But what it did for my business was better than that bonus, because that gets you set up. I understood, okay, this is how I had to grind. This is what I had to do. And now I'm going to help that person that I signed up for my VIPs do the same thing. And that's the foundation of your business. You have to decide how much you want it. And that's going to lead me into kind of like the reset portion of this, like Jen was talking about. You need to commit to yourself, especially if you've been in this business, especially if you've had your training, whether you hit your VIPs the first time or you didn't, I don't care. You are capable of hitting these bonuses if you work for it. And if you honestly sit yourself down right now and say, have I given it all that I have? Have I put in the effort I need to put in? Have I gone live? Have I gone on my story? Have I posted? Have I followed up? Have I done those things I need to do to hit this? You probably haven't. You know what I mean? You have to get real with yourself and understand, if you need this bonus, do something about it. This is the time where, like I said, I'm not ever one to say, like, you need to exhaust yourself. You need to make 100 sacrifices. In these 14 days, you do. This is the time where you make the sacrifices and you make it work. And I was talking to Courtney about this earlier. Literally, I was out of the country, okay? I got engaged. I flew home, and now Travis's mom is in congestive heart failure. I don't care. I signed 4 people today. Why? Because that's my why. Because I have to pay that medical bill, because I'm going to be there to support them. So that is why I don't stop. You know, it's not an option. This income has to continue to happen, and you have to keep grinding. If your why is big enough and you know what you're doing this for, and it's truly what your why is deep down, nothing is going to stop you. I had to hold myself accountable and get real. I walked into my pantry this morning and I was like, God, I have a lot of products. I need to turn that into customers. What am I going to do to turn that into customers? You know what I mean? Like, great, I was posting about my engagement. That's awesome. My business still is here. I still have to run it. I still have to post my business. You need to get real with yourself. You know what to do. You know what to do. You have to step it up. And if you can grind and put your head down for these 14 days, you're going to get it. And it's literally like all new blood in for your business. And then you just grinded it out and you remember how to do this now, and you're going to help those 4 people go do it. And your business literally is rebirthed. It's a whole new business all over again. You have all new people to help, but you need to get back to the basics of what your why is and why you're doing this. You know, I looked at my VIP this morning and I hadn't signed 1 customer on it. And I was like, I'm in a customer funk. Like, I feel like I'm not signing customers. What am I doing wrong? And I was down on myself, and I said, no, I have to hit these customers. I have to hit this bonus. I need to hit my bonus. I need to hit Travis's bonus, because I want his bonus to hit his account so he can know that he was able to help his mom. That's what's important to me right now. So I did it. I sat on Wi-Fi at the hospital and I signed 4 customers. I leveraged, I put my head down. I never do follow-ups. I did follow-ups because it's important. This is the time where you do that. So I'm going to bounce it to Courtney quick, and she's going to talk about that, about harvesting and how you need to make your own harvest right now for these resets.
Okay, so I have a couple of things. Number one, to address the person that said, if you didn't hit it, does that determine your success? Stephanie K is a 200K on my team. She didn't hit her VIPs. She's one of the top income earners on my team. Resets came out a year ago, and she hit them on 2 different accounts because she got out of her own damn way. So first things first, I looked at one of my 80Ks, and she wouldn't mind me telling you this. She lives with me, and she's like, well, and I looked at her and I said, do you think you can hit these? And she goes, not really. And I said, then why are we even having a conversation? If you need to go and get in the mirror right now and get over your damn self and psych yourself out and sound like a weirdo for 10 minutes and tell yourself you're a badass and you can do this, and that's exactly what you need to do. Because let me tell you something. I don't know who's going to be on my list for my VIP 1600 or my husband's. Em didn't know that when she woke up today. Katie doesn't know that. Jen doesn't know that. But I know there's a blank, and where there's a blank, there's a need and there's a name that's going to go there. And I believe that with every ounce of my soul. And if you don't, you won't hit them. You have to tell yourself that you will. So seasons, y'all, this is the season. You have to know what seasons you're in. Anytime there's a bonus, anytime there's something with a deadline, that's when you have to adjust your sales. That's when my whole mental health awareness, attraction marketing bullshit goes out the window. That's still who I am. I'm not changing who I am. But what I'm doing now is I'm capitalizing on every single person that I know, the relationships, the seeds I have planted, and I'm going back to my harvest. And I'm going and seeing, I told Em earlier and she laughed at me. She just shakes her head. I'm like, I'm going to go make sure that there's no vegetables that I miss that are rotting now. And she's like, oh my God. And I'm like, but that's what you have to do. You forget about Susie who wanted this, or Sally, and you have to go back and you have to follow up. You have to do the uncomfortable, icky things. Why? Because we have a deadline. We have money on the table. We're not talking about residual income right now. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a bonus. There's a difference. You have to know the difference. You have to know when to flip that switch in your brain. Right now, we are not practicing. We're not growing. We're not building beach money. We are going after a goal that there's an expiration date on it. Okay, that's when you have to get uncomfortable. That's when you have to go back and look at how many free accounts do you have that have never ordered. That's whenever you have to go back. And, people that say, well, I only know 3 people. Well, no, you don't. And I'll tell you why. That's a lie. There's no way in hell you've made it through life and you only know 3 people. I'm sorry. You're lying to yourself. How do I know that? Because I told myself that same lie when I first switched companies. I've already exhausted everyone in my last company. My family's not going to support me. Well, guess what? I just made up everybody that I've ever met in my entire life's mind for them. Stop. Don't do that to yourself. Go back and ask yourself, who do I know? Who do you know that needs energy? This isn't the time necessarily where you're trying to even sell 5 people on a $190 pack. Like Katie was saying, get Scrappy. If someone just wants DFTs, why? Because we're not talking about residual income here. We are talking about a fast sprint to get a bonus. Guys, don't compare yourself to somebody else, because I've almost hit my VIPs we're a few dollars away. Don't compare yourself, because you have 14 days. 14 days. And if you right now have told yourself that you can't do it, you have plenty of time to change that. You have plenty of time to start right now. Get off this Zoom, go look yourself in the mirror, throw some cold water on your face, and snap the hell out of it. Hello, look what me and Em, Katie, all of y'all, there are 83 of y'all on here on a Friday night. You're not on here by chance. You're on here by choice. But what does that look like for the next however many days? That looks like you getting up and not passively working your business, not making a post. I'm not working on Susie, who I have a girl crush on, who I'm hoping is attracted to my business eventually, because that's not what I'm doing these next few days. This next week, I am grinding. I'm in people's messenger. This is probably against the law, but I sent samples with my child in her backpack today, and she took them to 3 teachers at her school. I don't care. They've been asking about more energy and they're tired. So I'm like, hey, my daughter has a present for you. Guess what? One of them posted today with a patch on. 4 of her friends are like, what is that? Freaking think outside of the box. Think about a neighbor. Think about a cousin, whoever. More than 3 people, more than 8 people in your life. If not, you better find out real quick how to get in front of some new people fast. You can do it. This is not me and Em, Katie and Jen looking at you going, you better do it. Okay? Because guess what? You hit these and our check goes up a couple of dollars, maybe not. Your check goes up hundreds of dollars. This is us looking at you, telling you, you can do this. You are absolutely capable. Em looks like, I don't know, she poured grease on her forehead. I look like I've been hit in the mouth with a baseball bat. My eyelashes haven't been filled in days. We're hot messes. But we woke up and we're like, we can do this. We're capable. It's all in your mind. Bulletproof your mind, like Katie says, right now, and go and make it happen. Go back, follow up, get uncomfortable, go and harvest. I will just think of this forever now from Farmville. Like, go harvest your crops that are about to freaking rot, okay? Go and do that. That's all I got, Em.
I love that. And it's so true. And like you said, this is the time, like, you need to get scrappy. You need to be tired. If you've showered today, you probably haven't worked hard enough. Like, it literally, my mom called me this morning and she's like, we need to talk about a touring venue. I was like, no. I said, yeah, I will call you when I hit my VIPs. I can't right now. Like, I have to lead from the front. I have to do this, and you need to get scrappy. This is the time where, yeah, I'm going to post about the products more than I normally do. Yeah, I'm going to post about the opportunity more. My story is going to be full of it. I was standing in my pantry looking like this morning, talking about things. I have 6 things of DFTs packed up because I leverage customers. Do what you need to do. Do the follow-ups you haven't. Get with people. And the magical thing about this is when you get scrappy like this and you feel a little needy and you feel like you're bugging people. Literally, I had somebody this morning that she was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. And then she didn't read my message in an hour. I unsent it on Instagram and I resent it. Like, I don't care. Like, this is the time. And when you put in all this effort now, even the ones that don't sign up, it's going to have this like residual wave afterwards where your enrollments are still going to skyrocket for the next month, 2 months, because that's what happens when you have this hardcore head down grind and you're talking to so many people and everybody's seeing what you're doing and they're seeing the products and this and that, and they're seeing you push. Even the ones you don't sign right now, it creates that wave that's going to carry you into your next season. So yeah.
I'm going to touch on something that both of you guys talked about that maybe some people don't understand. When you guys hear them saying leverage, when you have your product credit, especially right now, especially that you can earn 100, another 200, if you have 50 in product credit right now and you're not using it for yourself, leverage that out for, 5 customers, $10 off. And you don't have to follow up excessively. If people ignore you, that's okay. You don't need to message them again. Don't be that annoying girl. But if you have someone who loved to sample and wants to place an order, let them know for a limited time that if they get their order in by this date, that you can give them 10 off or 15 off. So don't be afraid to leverage that out. I learned that from Courtney and I love it. So be very smart with your product credit. Don't give like 70 to one person and 30 to one person. Do it even 10, 15. I don't give more than $25 in credits. Sorry.
No, I love you. No, I did that today. Like, I had a girl, like, that's what I said is I went in my pantry and I said, holy crap, I have so many products. Like, I can't possibly wear that many DFTs in a year, even if I wanted to. Like, I had a lot of product credit. I used a lot of it and I had that. Awesome. They bought the first 2 steps. I sent them a thing of DFTs for free. I even had a girl where she's like, well, I really want to do a couples pack. And I was already sending her a DFT, but I went and I had credits. And she's like, I want to do a couples pack, but the shipping is expensive. I sent her $15 in credits to do it. Like, work with people. Don't just be like, oh, okay, maybe next time. Like, this is the time where you want to be that salesperson with them, not to be salesy, but to work with them with what they need and what's going to help them to get that order in. I think that's all I have. I don't know. You guys just know that you can do this. You have to fix your mindset first. Yes, Amanda, you can speak. You are a badass and you enroll like crazy. Yes. Go.
Hey, I just wanted to tell you, so I have a couple family accounts, and I don't know if you guys think of this or do it much, but I had a couple, I'm just not going to lie. I mean, I just had a baby and some of my accounts, like, they got really pathetic paychecks. So I made a deal with myself, like, if the paycheck's under $40 or whatever, I'm going to reinvest that into my business, and I'm turning that product credit. I'm taking that check and I'm turning it into product credit, and I'm, leveraging that so that I can get at least 3 customers out of that $40 paycheck, because I'm going to make a lot more off of that. We've got all these incentives with Cabo and stuff. I mean, it's just grind time, like you guys are saying. I also was wanting to say, because I am a big follow-up person, also when life happens and we have different seasons in our business, like, it's time to scroll back all the way to the start of your business. If it's bills inbox, I clean up, and I just call it clean. Within the past couple days and they didn't respond, like, just send them a simple message. Happy Friday. Like, hey, I was just checking with you. Did my message go through okay? Like, it doesn't have to be something like really ingenious. You know, it could be a follow-up that is just so simple and natural. So I just keep my follow-ups just like I would speak to them, and I don't like follow up over and over and over, but I'm very pro follow-up because I call it like messenger cleanup. I think, you know, we're busy in life, and so there's just so many people out there just where I could have done better. You know, I could have built that relationship a bit more, and maybe they just need to hear from me today. You know, maybe they just need to be encouraged, and just get scrappy. So I'm very like, I'll close whatever sale I have to, because these VIPs are so important. The biggest thing for me is the momentum that it's going to create fresh blood in our business. Yeah, we're focusing on these bonuses, but it's what kind of momentum it's going to create. I just thank you guys so much for hopping on here.
Yes, and that's something else. I'll end with this and let you guys get off. I don't want to keep you too long, but I talked to my team about right when these resets, there's an eyelash on my face. When these resets came out, like, look at your Punta Cana tracker. If you hit your VIPs, do you know how much of that you fill? Like, bitch, you're going to be on a beach. Like, fill your VIPs. Okay? Like, it is worth it. It's going to fill that tracker. And that's what we mean by that momentum that's going to carry you. And when we're getting scrappy and we're talking to more people and we're really head down putting that effort in, this is when you make the sacrifices. This is when you stay up later, when you get up earlier. You know what I mean? Like, my day's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, but this is what's important, because this is what gets you that fresh season in your business and is going to carry you. And we need these bonuses. I know y'all need these bonuses. It's going to literally just give you a new season in your business. So thank you guys for hopping on. I hope this was helpful. As always, I will upload it to YouTube and send it to Courtney also to post, but I hope this was helpful. And, oh wait, yes, you can. Hold on, let me find you. And then we'll end it right after that. Can you unmute yourself? Let me find you. I think I unmuted you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I just wanted to make a point. The power of making a connection with somebody. I was talking to just, you know, a random person that I added, but I seen that I had a connection with her because she has kids and I have kids. So we were talking about our kids, and out of nowhere, she just asked me, she's like, oh, okay, so you work from home? And I was like, yeah, I do. And then so we just continued talking about our kids, and then she's like, so what do you do? So basically, like, if you're adding people that you have a connection with, just don't stop thinking that they're looking at your profile. Like, they're looking at what you're doing. They're curious. And I just wanted to point that out because I thought it's really important.
Yes, it's huge. And especially the season that we've had before this, where we spent a lot of time on our attraction marketing, on our brand, on building up all of this. Hold on. Now is the time where I've made those relationships with the people. We have that connection, and now they're going to consistently see my products and my business for 14 days, and it's going to put it in their head like that. So that was amazing. Thank you guys who spoke up. Get scrappy. That's going to be our hashtag. Get your bonuses. I know you can do it. Like I said, it's going to lead you in with all new blood for your business. It's going to get you to Punta Cana, get you these bonuses. It is so, so, so worth it. So grind, commit to yourself, get your mind right, whatever you need to do. And I hope that you'll have an amazing night. Bye.